folks, it's Lucy with Ballyhoo Creations, and this is just another vlog on machine embroidery and what I've been doing for the past month or so. I haven't done one of these updates in a long time because I did the beginner series. There was 4 videos for machine embroidery for beginners, and those 4 videos are done and behind me, and they took a lot of work, a lot of research, a lot of time editing. Wow, that was a lot of work, but there's more. And I'm going to get into stabilizers and, not threads, stabilizers and, I wrote it down somewhere, fabrics, different thread types and things like that, and how to pretty much any project, look at a design and know what thread you're using and what stabilizer you need to use and how to make it all come together so that you get a successful stitch out every time. And then after that, I think what I might do is do some tutorials like here's how to do a t-shirt or here's how to embroider on a towel, but I might not put those on YouTube. I've been looking at Skillshare for something like that, and I'm playing with that. I really do like teaching, and I might do like some YouTube live, or I might even do like Zoom teaching. So I'm just looking at all the different options for that. Those would be live classes where people could we'd all be live together and asking questions. And if it's a Zoom type of thing or a Google Meet or something like that, then you could show the project and, hey, I have a problem. And I really like helping real time like that. So I'm looking at ways to do that. And that's been taking a lot of time just doing the research on what's available, like what platforms and stuff. I redid my whole video setup. I'll show you a picture of what it looks like. I wanted to have everything like all together so that I didn't have to spend hours dragging lights and tripods and setting things up and getting things connected. And instead, now everything's just all right in one place, like within a few feet. I can reach everything. I even have voice control lighting, and it just comes on and it's like, oh, everything's on. And I can even switch, with just push a button and it goes to my tabletop over here. I love it. And then I'm back, hey, and then I have another camera on my multi-needle behind me there to get close-ups when I'm doing tutorials on stitching. And that took so much time. I can't tell you how much time that took. It seems like, okay, you just buy some things and install them. No, it took forever. It took forever just to figure out what equipment to buy, and then getting it all together and getting it where it works. And it took forever. I just never thought that it would take so long, but it's finally coming together and working. And new camera and I even bought a teleprompter because I realized when I was doing those beginner videos, I couldn't get the words out. I kept messing up. This vlogging is easier. I just say whatever, top of my head, and it's just rambly and stupid and, whatever. It is what it is. But the beginner stuff, I wanted to be a lot more concise and to the point, and I couldn't read and say it, and so I went ahead and got a teleprompter, and I'm trying to figure out, how to talk to that. And it's weird. It's weird talking to a camera, but like you're here in the room with me. So that's all been happening. Like I said, I have those another 4 videos with stabilizer. I've got new toys. I'm finally going to play with some Terreal Magic. This is liquid spray stabilizer, and I've never played with it before, but I'm really excited. I had to pay for it. It's not free, but I did find it's on Amazon for $15. But if you buy it on their website, it's $15 plus $10 shipping. I'm like, why would anybody do that? So just get it from Amazon. So I'm going to do a video, probably the stabilizer video. I'll play with it, but I might even do a whole video just on this. I read the ingredients in it. It is not actually starch. It's got a plastic polymer in it. It's pretty cool. So looking forward to that. Got some other toys, things to play with. Then I have new designs. I'll show you. Been working on a lot of digitizing this week, and I'm doing a mid-century modern collection because I've really been into it, and my graphics are all mid-century cartoon stuff. So this is a blob design. It's just abstract art for, shirts, bags, whatever, pillows. I'm going to do some wall art with some of these too and hang them in my studio. That's the boomerang on a pole. There's I call them square donuts. It goes this way. Yeah. Square donut design. So my testers got a hold of these just today. I sent out to the testers, and then there's the ones I just showed you. Those are fitting in 6x10 and 5x7 hoops, but then there's just the individual pieces, and these are all fit in 4x4 hoops, so anybody can combine these. There's the square donut. There's an atomic mod kitty cat. There's a blob, because there's a lot of blobs in mid-century modern. A 4-point star, and then the boomerang. You know, it's all very 1940s, 50s, 60s retro, cartoony, fun stuff. So you can combine those and do your own designs too if you wanted to do that. I would love to have a quilt that's all made of that, but I don't quilt, so that's not going to happen. And then, gosh, what else has been going on? Those new designs will be up on the ballyhoocreations.com website probably within the week. Like I said, the testers got a hold of them, and hopefully there won't be problems with them, so I can just go ahead and put them up. But if there are problems, then I have to go and like redigitize and do all the file stuff again, which takes way longer than anybody realizes. It seems like, okay, your digitizing program just spits out all the formats and you just zip it all up and upload it. And you know what? There's more involved than that, because maybe I'm just picky. The digitizing programs will also spit out the documentation, but I don't like how it does it. So I go into, like, I have Affinity Publisher, and I go and move everything around and redo it. And you don't have to do that, but I feel like it's a much better product when it's all the information is on one page. So I take the time to do that. And then pictures and test stitch outs. A lot of digitizers apparently don't even do test stitch outs. I'm like, oh my gosh, how can you, like, how do you know if it even works? Because, you know. And then I'm also putting designs up besides my website. I'm going to try out creativefabrica.com. They contacted me about a month ago, and they saw a project on YouTube, and they said, hey, you should put this up. And at that particular project, it was the rabbit that's done in the hoop. I thought that's too complicated for their website and what it is, but I went ahead and I put a couple of designs up there, and I'll put these applique designs. These are all appliques. I'll put those out there on Creative Fabrica. And what interested me in them, they're like one of those marketplaces, not like Etsy for handmade. They're really more for digital. It's a digital marketplace like a Creative Market or Envato, or places like that where you buy graphics. Those of you who do sublimation and cutting, SVG cutting files, you're familiar with where you buy your vector graphics from, your fonts. So Creative Fabrica has a lot of that. But then they also have embroidery designs, and they're the only place I know of that also sells embroidery designs along with the cutting files, the fonts, the vector graphics, and all of that stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool that they recognize a lot of our community. We do all that stuff, and so having one place where you can buy all of it, I think that's neat. And then, check that out. I'll leave a link in the description box to creativefabrica.com, and I do have an affiliate link that I'll put down there. So I think if you sign up, they pay me. I can't remember how much, but it was kind of decent. So yeah, that'd be cool too if you do like it. But if you don't, like, you know, whatever. But like I said, the reason that I was interested in them is when I got the email from this lady, and they're over, like, I think in Sweden, I want to say, or somewhere like that. And I'm like, why is she contacting me? And I did some research on them, and it turns out they just recently got funded, like a venture capitalist funded them for like $7 million. And that's why I think they're really expanding and trying to branch out, because $7 million for an online business like that, they can do a lot. They can get a lot of reach. And so I felt like if they got that kind of money injected, this might be a place that's going to take off and grow. So I want to go ahead and get some of my designs on there and just see how it's going. There are already digitizers out there with designs on there, and there's some really cute stuff. I don't know about the quality yet. They do have to approve stuff before it goes up for sale, but I don't know, like, are they actually stitching it out, or are they just looking to make sure that you're, you know, following all of their rules? I don't really know. But okay, I've spent too much time talking about creativefabrica.com, but just a neat thing. I wanted to share that with you. Go check them out and see if you like the designs there. And if you don't like it now, go back like 6 months or a year from now, because I'm thinking they're going to grow and get much bigger, because they got money. Like at the beginning of this year, I think they got a lot of money, so it should be going places. Another thing I've been working on, because I like in the hoop, you know, I have these little mice. Look at these little mices. And these are done in the hoop. Let me do a little close up. So these are done in the hoop. And it's very simple, but it's just a fold-over type of design where it's actually flat, and it does the eyes and the mouth and then you fold it over and it stitches this seam, and then you just glue up the back when you're done. The ears right now, I just glued on some felt ears and colored them in, but that's why this design is not ready to go yet, because I'm playing with ways to get the ears on there stitched and make that all in the hoop. So there's one, here's a little pink one. Playing around with using this rat tail ribbon because it'd be perfect for their tails, but I don't know. Some people like their in the hoop projects to be all like everything's done by the machine in the hoop, and some people just really don't care if you add more things on, like let's add ribbon and let's add bow ties and let's add bejewel and, you know, bedazzle it, and some people are like, nope, if it's not just stitches, then I don't have nothing to do with it. So I'd be curious to hear from you down in the comment section. Are you the kind of person that likes your in the hoop designs to be all stitches, or do you like to add more stuff and like bling it up and embellish it? I like to embellish, so I have a whole bunch of, like, I have a whole closet full of embellishments. I want to use that stuff up. So that's the little mice. And then I'm getting ready for, in the beginning of May, my plan for Ballyhoo Creations, and I haven't been in business for quite a year yet, but the design shop started. I uploaded stuff like for May 1st of 2020, and then it just sat there and I didn't do any marketing. And of course, if you don't do marketing, nobody knows that you have a website, and so nothing happened until finally October. I started doing a little bit of marketing on Facebook and getting people interested, and so I don't know if I should count May 1st as my 1 year or not, because I didn't have any business for like 4 months, but my plan was always to do 2 big sales a year, 50% off all the designs in the shop, one around Black Friday, and then one May 1st, because May 1st is important for, in the circus world, it's the beginning of circus season, and Ballyhoo, the name actually comes from the circus world, because I love circus, especially vintage circus and nouveau circus, and yeah, I love circus. So, so 1st of May was going to be the, you know, big blowout sale. So I'm still going to do that. And so I'm going to give you a little sneak notice here, because the newsletter hasn't even gone out, but 50% off everything starting in May, and it'll probably go for about a week. So don't buy anything yet, because it'll be a lot cheaper in a week. I shouldn't do that, like, but I would feel bad if you bought these new like mod designs when they come out next week and then find out a week later that everything's half off. I would be mad. And I think I would refund people's money if that happened, because I would feel bad. I may not even put stuff up for sale until May 1st, just wait. But yeah, so May 1st, and I might actually do a little marketing. I don't know. I've never done that before, online marketing with like maybe Facebook ads or something. If you have any like feedback on what works for embroidery designs, leave me a comment, because I'm clueless on all of that. I'm still very new to selling embroidery designs, and I don't know where to market it. You know, the YouTube subscribers like you guys and people who watch YouTube are very different than the people who buy my designs, who are typically doll makers who are really into the hoop stuff, versus the YouTube. There's a little bit of crossover, but what I've noticed is it's really 2 different groups. So it's almost like I have 2 different businesses. There's the design business for Ballyhoo Creations, and then there's the YouTube channel for Ballyhoo Creations. And by the way, neither one of them really make any money. So I call it a business because I treat it like a business, but it's like a free business because there's no money coming to me. So, but hopefully that'll change. Hopefully the YouTube numbers will go up. It's been going well. There's over 1,000 subscribers. Thank you. That's awesome. It blows my mind, really. I didn't think that would ever happen. I thought I'd be one of those little bitty channels that's just, you know, putting stuff out in there. It's a place to put my tutorials for the dolls and stuff. But you guys are liking these videos that I'm doing, so I'm just going to keep doing them. Let me know in the comments again if there's any particular topics that you're looking for, and I'll see if I can tackle it, because I like to research stuff. I like to dig in and figure out everything there is to know and then share that. That's why I love teaching so much. I like to find out everything that I can find and then pass it along. And so that's why I like doing YouTube videos, because otherwise it's just me hoarding knowledge, and that's not fun at all. But sharing it is great. And the comments that you're giving me, like on those beginner videos, really keeps it, like, it makes me want to make more videos. When people say things like, I've had a machine for years and you finally, I finally stitched something out because you gave me the confidence. I'm like, that's awesome. Or somebody said, I got more information out of this one video than my entire training from the dealer. And I'm like, that's awesome too. So I'll keep doing it. As long as you are liking it, I'm going to keep doing it. But I think that's all I have for this. It's been a long month. And a lot's been going on. I always feel like I'm not getting enough done. And maybe you're like this too. I always feel like I have all these things I want to do and nothing's getting done. And then when I look back over the month, I'm like, hey, I got a whole bunch of designs digitized. I got a whole bunch of videos put out. I got a whole bunch of video set up. I've actually gotten a lot done. It just doesn't feel like it day to day when you're doing it. It's not until you look back. And so if you ever feel like you just can't get enough done, keep track. Write down every day what you actually did accomplish, not all the things you didn't accomplish, because that's all those planners. Planners are great, but planners can make you feel like you're not getting anything done unless you're keeping track of what you did get done. And, sometimes I look back, I'm like, oh, I only accomplished half of what I wanted. Well, what that really tells me is I'm over planning, because I think what I'm getting done is enough. So again, leave me a comment if you got something on that too, like how to keep your head on straight and not get overwhelmed with all the things you think you should be doing, and just be happy with what you got done, especially in the last year, which has been crazy for all of us. So that's all I got, and I'll be back probably next week with another beginner video. I don't know if it's going to be the threads or the stabilizers, and really diving in deep. Oh, and one more thing. Next week or so, I'm going to have some giveaways going on, and for a YouTube giveaway, I think I'm going to do this thread set. This is a sim thread. How many threads are in here? I'll have to look. I'm not quite ready to do that. I'm just giving you kind of a heads up. A thread set, and I also have a cam snap set. These were not given to me by sponsors. These are not sponsored. These are I did a bad thing. I registered on Amazon wish list, and then I got a gift card and I went and bought stuff off my wish list, not knowing that somebody had already bought stuff off my wish list. So I got doubles, and I've had them since Christmas, and I figure May 1st, when I'm trying to really push, I'm going to go ahead and do some giveaways for 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Woohoo! And May 1st, having kind of a year for Ballyhoo Creations to be in business. So stay tuned for that, because I'll figure out how I'm going to give them away. I think I'm going to do one YouTube giveaway for YouTube comments, and then probably another over on Facebook or maybe my newsletter. So that's all I got. See you next week. Bye, guys.